Today we are heading to Turkey for the second time on this channel. But today it is Galatasaray's turn to be rebuilt. They have won the Super League in Turkey 24 times and even 18 occasions on which they have won the Turkish Cup, as well as one UEFA Cup win back in 1997. Today's task, though, is to do something that Galatasaray never managed in their entire history. Bring them a first ever UEFA Champions League to Istanbul. We have a whole list of very young players here on the reserves. Akman, Almazbekov, Yezilucht, Bulbul, Demiroglu, Yilmaz. And Aydin as well. I'm gonna try to loan those guys out for the first 1 or 2 seasons. Some of our most important players are either on loan to us or out on loan. Ziyech is on loan to us from Chelsea, of course. Van Aanholt is on loan to PSV, which I don't understand really. And Zaniolo, one of the biggest prospects in Italian football, is away on loan at Aston Villa. That's why I'm gonna recall this guy. I want this team to play a nice wing play because, well, of course, they are one of the dominant sides, and Zaha as well as Ziyech are some of the best players in their positions. For our first season with Gala, we have about 33 million, not too much in our budget. But oh well, we'll have to find solutions from there. First thing I'm doing is sending Özgür Öztortun, a Turkish scout, to Turkey for 9 months. He can find us some brilliant talents. I've also added 1 trainer per position at the very least. 2 in attack, 2 in midfield, 2 in defense, and 1 in the goalkeeping spot. I don't really like the fact that Demirbay is out of position and -2, and also the age of Muslera is concerning me. As well as Can Ayhan, who is actually a centre-back. He's now on the right-back spot. He's also out of position, -3. Without, of course, forgetting Mertens, who is also 36-79. He'll also go down from here. For right now, I put the 7-year younger Demirbay in the cam spot, Aydin at the CDM spot, but I'm, of course, looking for improvements, for upgrades. First player we go in for is a new goalkeeper, a very young one, Brazilian. It is Andrew, coming in from Gil Vicente in Portugal for 9.2 million. He will take the spot of Muslera, maybe even this season already. Second player into the fancy offices of Galatasaray is a very experienced player. A man who has won Champions Leagues before, playing for Milan, PSG, Chelsea. He's seen it all. He's now 38 years of age, still about an 83-84 overall. It is Thiago Silva joining us from Chelsea for a bargain 9 million euros. Third and last player that we signed for the first season with Galatasaray is a man in another position that we absolutely needed upgrading in. As I told you at the beginning, a CDM from France. It is Khéphren Thuram joining us for 21 million on the dot. With the additions of Thuram 22-78, Thiago Silva 38-84, and finally the backup goalkeeper Andrew from Brazil 22-75. This team is looking much better now, much more competitive. Especially Silva and Thuram give us really much upgrades in the starting 11. We will of course be in the Champions League in the first season alongside Bayern Munich, Manchester United and Copenhagen. An incredibly difficult group where in real life Galatasaray finished in 3rd because United went out altogether. But yes, it's going to be very tough in a career mode sense. Maybe a bit of a controversial call, but I'm also going to send Hakim Ziyech back to Chelsea because we have Zaniolo and Tete in that position who are good enough in my books. Ahead of the winter transfer window, we've already sold Dries Mertens, who goes to Ajax after being unhappy, and also he's coming on with age. No problem for me. Okay lads, don't come after me, but at the halfway point of the season we are only in 5th spot, 15 points behind our arch rivals Fenerbahce, 8 behind Beşiktaş and 8 behind Trabzonspor. We've only won half the games we've played. That is really not enough. In the Champions League though, we gave a much better account of ourselves, still finishing in 3rd, just like in real life. Manchester United have topped that group, a bit surprisingly because in real life they finished bottom. Bayern in second, we are in third, only 3 points behind first place United. Of course, that means that we'll play in the preliminary round of the Europa League against the Austrian side Las Linz. By the way, Tanguy Ndombele has been recalled from Tottenham Hotspur, so yet another adversity on our way to become the best team in the world. This is not even looking that bad here. If we have a look at the stats, 9 goals for Aktürkoğlu, 8 goals for Icardi, 5 and 8 for Torreira, 4 for even left-back Köln from Germany. Zaha is a bit disappointing, 4 goals, 2 assists only. Because this team is actually looking nice, on the surface at least. I mean, we have some 80-plus rated players like Torreira, Zaha, Icardi. But still, I can't understand why we did so poorly. And as we are limited to 3 transfers per season, I can't even go in for a new CDM. That sucks. What I can and will, however, do is change the formation so that we have only 1 CDM and 2 CMs, 4-3-3 holding. That is where we get the best out of this team, I guess. We have changed Nicolo Zaniolo's position from a right midfielder to a right winger, and he has stayed at a 79. We also changed Mateus Tete's position. Same thing applies to him, and he even goes up by 1 to a 77. And last but not least, Wilfried Zaha changes from a left midfielder to a left winger, and he goes up by 1 as well to an 82. At the end of our first league season, Super League season with Galatasaray, we have climbed up to 3rd place, but we are 22 points behind Fenerbahce, who have only lost 3 games, 103 points, even more points than Galatasaray in real life this season. Better second part of the season, that is for sure. In the Turkish Cup, we started in round 1 with a 3-2 aggregate win against Istanbulspor, beating Trabzonspor away goals 2-2, beating Çaykur Rizespor, what a name, 5-3 on aggregate, and then defeating Samsunspor to make the final against Kayserispor, who have defeated Fenerbahce, and we have won the cup, at least our first trophy in our first season. Wilfried Zaha is our best goal scorer, 19 goals for him, 16 for Zaniolo, he's up to an 80. Fantastic decision to call him back from loan. Icardi also with 16 goals. But anyways, this team is looking really, really nice. I mean, Thuram up to an 81, Demirbay up to a 79. We have a fully 80-plus rated front line. Overall, this first season in the Galatasaray rebuild wasn't great. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting a Turkish league win. We only finished in 3rd. We at least won the Turkish Cup. Group stage in the Champions League, we were grouped there in a group with United and, of course, Bayern Munich. But then making it to the semi-finals of the Europa League is a massive dub as well. But oh well, let's jump into the second season in hope of improvement here with Galatasaray. You may ask yourselves here at the beginning of the second season, Sombrero, why do we have 90 million in our budget? Well, I'm gonna explain that to you. We have sold 2 main staples of this team in Davinson Sanchez for 21.6 million to Porto, and we got 12 million for Thiago Silva after being with us for 1 season. He wanted to leave the club and he went to Saudi Arabia. We'll surely now need a new centre-back here to partner up with Bardakci and Nelson. We'll probably also need a new right-back because Aurier is 31.77. He will only go down from here, Aurier. Many players returned from loan, and most of them are not really of any use. We have Kara from the Youth Academy who also came in 1862. First player we sign in the second season here. As I said, we need new centre-back material. That's why I went in for a French, exciting prospect, only 21 years of age, in Castello Luqueba. 40 million, he came in from RB Leipzig. Second player we take here in the transfer window is a 22-year-old Belgian. He's in the national team, of course, now at the Euros. 80 overall, a left winger. He's replacing Wilfried Zaha, who is now 32, and he wanted to leave the club because last season nothing went in our way. But I didn't really bother because we got a 22-year-old, 10 years younger, and he's already nearly the same overall, Jeremy Doku, for 17 million plus Zaha from Manchester City. Third and final signing is a smart one in my opinion, as we go in for a Dutch right back, replacing Aurier in yet another swap deal, as we have signed Milan van Eyck from Coventry City, the second league of England, for Serge Aurier plus 10.6 million. After those 3 transfers, this is how the team is coming together, and I have to say with Lukeba 2180, Van Eyck 2377, and of course Doku 2280, this team is looking really nice, and I am expecting much more than last season. We have nearly no player under the overall of 80, Van Eyck, Köhn and Andrew now, but all of them are still relatively young. I have loaned out a couple of players here in Yezilurt, Akman and Karab, but also sold some. Sen Karata, the biggest sale is though Abdul Kerim Bardakshi to Benfica. He also wanted to leave. I'm really annoyed by that, but 22 million we got. We have also changed Kerem Aktürkoglu's position from a left midfielder to a left winger. He's gone up by 1. We'll have to go through a first round of qualifiers for the Europa League where we are set this season. Against Viborg, I think we should get through there with our full strength starting 11 away in the first leg here. And we win 3-1. Demir Bay with a brace and Nelson, the centre back, scored a third for us. I have also found 2 superbly interesting Turkish wonder kids. One is Umut Bulut, 65 overall and already at 16 years of age, 92 to 94 potential. As well as Enes Bulut, also a right winger, can also play on the left. 16 years of age, 69 overall, 84 to 90 potential. Both of these guys are going to get promoted immediately. Second round against Viborg once again, this time at home. Can we get through to the group stage effectively of the Europa League? Yes, another 3-1 win. Thuram, Icardi and Zaniolo score our goals to put us through 6-2 on aggregate. And in the Europa League group we will be alongside Fiorentina, the Italian powerhouse, Twente from the Netherlands and Shamrock Rovers from Ireland. We should get through, although Fiorentina are certainly the favourites to top the group. Now this is what I'm talking about. First place after 20 games. 15 wins, 5 draws, 0 losses. 50 points, only 1 though ahead of Fenerbahce, but already 10 ahead of third place Beşiktaş. Brilliant first part of the season. We have also made it out of Group C in the Europa League in flying colours. Just look at this, 20 goals scored. I mean, 5 wins, 1 draw, 16 points, 6 ahead of Fiorentina. That is an insane achievement here. Again, no loss, even in the Europa League. And I mean, we know immediately who this is down to. 27 goal contributions in 27 games for Mauro Icardi. 15 goals and 12 assists even. That is insane. Thuram, the central midfielder with 13 goals and 7 assists, is insane as well. And hopefully in the second part of the season, this side can clinch the Super League. At the end of the season, it is heartbreak for Galatasaray. Same points than Fenerbahce, 97 points. But it only is good enough for second place, even though we've lost only 1 game all season long. That is so disappointing. And even in the Turkish Cup, it is further heartbreak as we have been defeated by Beşiktaş in the final 2-1. The Champions League goes to Real Madrid over Liverpool. The Conference League goes to Spurs of all teams. I mean, that is already unrealistic now. And in the Europa League, of course, we were part of the round of 16 as we topped our group. We defeated Lazio in the round of 16 4-2, that is brilliant. But in the quarterfinals, our journey came to an end. Against Olympique Marseille, we defeated the year before, but this time it wasn't good enough. 4-3 defeat, narrow. In the end, it is Newcastle defeating this same Marseille side in the final 2-1. 47 goal contributions for Icardi in 50 games is insane. 21 goals for Demir Bay, 18 and 15 for Thuram. This guy also stepped his game up massively, 24 years of age, 86 overall already. I mean, I can't believe that with this kind of a side, only 1 player in Köhn, not in the 80s, I can't believe that this side hasn't won anything this season. We have done something wrong even though we have a fantastic team. This season we were so close yet so far second in the Super League, runner-up in the Turkish Cup, quarterfinals in the Europa League. Let's hope that in season number 3 we can finally bag some trophies. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to season number 3 with Galatasaray. This season I want to attack very strongly the Turkish league, and I want to attack the weaker links in this team. Köln, for example, left back. We need an upgrade on him. We need to be ruthless this season. Demirbay is getting on my wage. 32.81 would be a great backup, but not a starter anymore. Maybe even upgrading the centre-back position once again, because 26-year-old 81 rated Nelson could also be a good bench player. Otherwise, there might be an opportunity to replace Icardi down the line, but this season I think he's still an absolute machine. To start off season number 3, we go in for a new man at the CDM spot, an Austrian, 27 years of age. His name is Xaver Schlager and he comes in from RB Leipzig. His contract was running down, an absolute bargain in my opinion, 25.6 million. As I said, we needed a new left back, and that's exactly what we have done here. Going in for a Premier League proven player, it is the Colombian Pervis Estupiñán joining us for 16 million plus Derek Köln, the former left back. I have just sold a man that returned from loan that I didn't really need anymore, but I got a big price for him. As we have sold Paris Yilmaz to Inter Miami for 25 million, he can now team up with Lionel Messi unless this guy has retired. After selling Yilmaz, we have about 39 million left for one single player. Last but not least, we go in for a new star centre-back. 25 years of age. He's actually part of the England setup at the Euros and even started the game so far. In real life, he plays for Crystal Palace, but here he moved to Wolfsburg. And that's where we signed him for 35 million, plus our former youth academy player, Enes Bulut, who has lost his potential tag, unfortunately. But I'm really intrigued to see how Gehi's overall is going to be. It's an 82. With the additions of Estupiñán, 27.83 left back, Mark Wehi, 25.81, and Xaver Schlager, 27.83. And this season, I expect from us the league title. It is as simple as that, as well as a good run in the Champions League, where we have to qualify for first. I have also, by the way, changed our tactics back to a 4-3-3 on defend with 2 CDMs. Here we are then, at home against Rangers for the first round of qualifying to the UEFA Champions League. Andrew now, the weakest link in this team, in goal, but still only 23 or 24. Can we take a big win back to Scotland here at home? First leg, the result is a 2-3 defeat. That is not good. Lawrence, Mann and Hagi scored for Rangers. Doku and Thuram scored for us, but that is not enough and we'll have to come from behind away from home. Second round away to Rangers. Icardi, even though he's 32 or 33, he's up to an 84 now. But we'll have to come from behind at Ibrox. Can we do so? Let's simulate the game quickly. And we do it! Oh my god, on penalties. We make it through to, I guess, the second round, even though we were behind. 3-1 or 4-2 on aggregate, I think. Raskin. But then Zaniolo and Thuram turned the game around. Lawrence and Raskin, of all people, missed their pens. We scored all of ours. I mean, how is that even possible? We play PSG in the last round of qualifiers. That is just stupid. I'm sorry. Paris Saint-Germain against Galatasaray here. Let's just get into the game. I'm not really feeling quite hopeful. And it shows why. We lose 4-2 away to PSG. Cardi even missed a pen. Grealish, of all people, Dembele, Hakimi and Olmo score for PSG. Van Eyck gave us a little bit of hope alongside Thuram. But yeah, it's going to be really tough. Some of those players are really tired. And that's why Demirbay plays. ahead of Torreira, our captain, because Torreira is just absolutely knackered. Let's just go into the game with little hope. I'm not gonna lie. We win 2-1 and it nearly would have gone to extra time, but Xavi Simons breaks our hearts. In the 80th minute, which means PSG narrowly pass us 5-4 on aggregate. We are going to the Europa League. And in the Europa League, we will be alongside Braga, Sturm Graz from Austria and Servette from Switzerland. So, a group that we actually should top. Now that's what I'm talking about. 20 games played, 18 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss, 6 points ahead of second place Fenerbahce, already 12 ahead of third place Besiktas. In the Champions League we made it through in flying colours just like I expected. 9 points ahead of Servette in second, Sturm Graz in third and Braga. I mean, they were, in my eyes at least, the favourites alongside us to get out of this group, but they have been grouped here in 4th place. 0 wins for them. Absolutely shocking. I mean, it was a great idea not to replace Icardi. He has scored 21 goals so far with 6 assists in 30 appearances. Zaniolo second best scorer with 13 goals. Doku with 11. Thuram 7 goals and 8 assists, up to an 89. Incredible player we picked up a few seasons ago. I mean, just look at the growth of the team. 84, 84, 83 and 84 rated backline. 83 rated goalkeeper. 84 rated CDM. Alongside an 88 and 89 midfielder. And then up front we have 85, 84 and 83 rated players. So the lowest rated players are Zaniolo, Guehi and Andrew. In the end, we have done it in very comfortable fashion, winning the league 9 points ahead of Fenerbahce in second, 18 ahead of Trabzonspor in third. That is a brilliant season, 92 points. Last season with 97 points we didn't make it. This season with 92, 5 less. We do win the league. Make that the double, as we have beaten Kazim Paza in the final of the Turkish Cup to also win a second cup of this rebuild. The Champions League goes to Liverpool over PSG 3-1. And we have lost, oh no, we have lost the Europa League final to Juventus 2-1. So we have made it the furthest we've ever made it so far. 2-1 loss though in the final to Juventus. Heartbreak. And Hoffenheim, to round it off, win the Conference League 3-0 over Lazio. Fernando Muslera is now 40 years old, down to a 70 overall. He will retire at the end of the season, so we'll need to find a better goalkeeper, another goalkeeper. Maybe even a starter, let's see next season. But Icardi in 62 appearances, 37 goals. This is absolutely unbelievable. 10 in the Europa League even. Zaniolo with 21 is crazy as well from right wing. 21 from left wing for Doku. 14 goals and 11 assists for Thuram. I mean, this guy up to an 89 is just unbelievable. This team is just incredible. Look at the growth on the players. 84 rated Estupinian, 85 Lukeba, 83 Guehi, 86 Van Eyvik at 25 years of age. Zaniolo 84, Icardi even still 84 at 33. Doku already 85 at 24. Andrew in goal 24, 84. Still a relatively young team except for positions like Icardi and Torreira. Icardi, I'm in two minds about him. Although he has scored about 1 million goals in the last couple of seasons, he won't go up in his overall because he's just getting older at 33 years of age. So we might just bring in another striker because the only man we have on the backup striker position is a 17-year-old 57 rated Youth Academy player Bulut. But anyways, a phenomenal season. First in the Super League, our first title in the third season. Winner in the Turkish Cup for the second time and runner-up, unfortunately, in the Europa League. We nearly did win a second Europa League in Galatasaray's history, but it just wasn't meant to be. Hopefully next season in the Champions League, we can deliver a big fight. I have just found a man who is actually a regen. Only 20 years of age, a Frenchman, centre forward. He can play anywhere up front. From the free agency list, he comes in. It is Arnaud Morel, our second signing for only about 17 million. We get a world-class goalkeeper from Barcelona. a German, who never gets a look into the German national team. It is Marc-Andre ter Stegen joining us for 20 million on the dot from Barcelona. An absolute bargain. Last but not least, in a move that will ruffle some feathers, we have sold our best striker by a mile for the last 3 seasons in Mauro Icardi, just to get in a 21-year-old wonder kid on FC24. Youssoufa Moukoko from Real Madrid for Mauro Icardi plus 2 million. We have played Madrid there, because Icardi will go down from his 84 overall, and Moukoko, about 10 or 12 years younger, is already nearly the same overall at 82, even, only 2 lower rated than Icardi. I mean, that is what you call a great footballing side. 34-year-old experienced goalkeeper in Marc-Andre ter Stegen, former Champions League winner. We have Andrew now on the bench at 25.84, still a very good asset to us. Morel, our new man, at 80 overall. I will try to convert him to a striker, but that's not going to be easy. And the big man up front, of course. We have actually in the starting 11 replaced the front and the back. Ter Stegen in goal and Moukoko up top, 82, only 21 years of age. An absolute world beater already. What a front line, what a defense, and a very good midfield as well. Our best players are Thuram and Ter Stegen at 89. We should actually put up a fight, not only in the Turkish league that I'm expecting us to win from now on each season, but even in the Champions League, we might just be able to make a shock run. So lads, I didn't know this was a thing, but we'll have to go once again through the qualifiers. This time, we come in the second round against Malmö from Sweden. Can we get a vital win away from home in the first leg here? No, we actually lose. Oh my god. With that super team we've got, we lose against Malmö away from home. Abu Bakari with a hat-trick. Moukoko and Zaniolo give us goals back, but that is just not enough. I don't want to go down here, even though most of the players are really tired. I don't know why. I have tried everything in terms of the training plan. EA is really complicated there. But we are 3-2 down. Can we turn it around in the second leg here? Quick simming the game. Can we do it against Malmö? Yes, 4-1 win. That is what I'm talking about. A hat-trick for Zaniolo and a goal for Moukoko. We win 6-4 on aggregate. That is what you need to see. We'll be in a group alongside Leverkusen, Milan and Rakov. Very difficult. Certainly Rakov from Poland are going to be the ripping boys. But hopefully we can make it out of there. We change Arnaud Morel's position, the man we bought on a free in the summer transfer window, from a centre forward to a striker. And he stays there at 80 overall, but only take him about 15 weeks to grow into an 81. At the halfway point of the Super League season, we are 6 points ahead of second place. Very, very surprising. Ankara Gücü. We are once again commanding the business, 47 points. 3 losses, although. But the others just can't keep up. Fenerbahce this season, really poor in the first part. 10 points below us. And in the Champions League, we actually topped our group on same points than Milan. 2 losses, 4 wins. 12 points, 2 ahead of Leverkusen, as I predicted, Rakov with 1 point, the whipping boys of this group. Which means that, of course, we had to face PSG of all teams in the round of 16. However, they finished second placed. That is incredible. I mean, Moukoko in his first season at the club, up to an 85, 17 goals. That is exactly what I want to see. 11 goals, 6 assists for Zaniolo. 7 and 4 for Schlager. I mean, apart from Moukoko, the others aren't really scoring that much. But if you have one goal scorer like that, a few supplier like Zaniolo, Schlager, then that is what you need to see. Thuram even with 8 assists. I know last season we lost to PSG in the qualifiers to the Champions League, but we have grown massively. Van Nijvig up to an 87. Estupinian, 85. Lukeba, 86. We have Torreira and Thuram in midfield, both up to a 90, our highest rated players. We have even a certain Bulut, 18 years of age, already up to a 78. He returned from loan, the potential to be special, a man to keep an eye on. Here we are then, lads. First leg away to PSG in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League. Can we at least get something here from the Parc des Princes? We quick sim the game with our full strength starting 11 and we win 1-0 due to a Moukoko goal in the 16th minute. He could have doubled our lead, but unfortunately missed a penalty just after halftime in the 46th. Still though, a brilliant performance. We limited PSG to 1 chance and 2 shots. Second leg. Can we complete the triumph at home against PSG? 1-0 up from the first leg. Quick simming the second. Full strength start 11. And we do it. 1-1 is enough. Dembele brought PSG in front. But Moukoko gave us the equalizer, which was enough after the 1-0 win away from home in Paris. In the quarterfinals, we face Real Sociedad. I mean, not a bad opponent, to be honest. The first leg away in Spain at the Estadio de Anoeta. Can we get a little advantage here in Spain against the strong side? Yes, we do. 2-0. Zaniolo with a brace. That is what you want to see. Moukoko missed the pen. But we are 2-0 ahead of the second leg. Let's not bottle this now. In the second leg, at home, in the Galatasaray Stadium, with a full strength starting 11. Some players a bit tired, like Estupinian, Schlager. But we just get through it here, quick simming the game. And it's a 2-1 win. Once again, a win, 4-1 on aggregate. We thump Real Sociedad. We send them back to Spain and ourselves to the semi-finals of the Champions League. In our first visit to the semi-finals of the Champions League, we play against our good old Italian friends of Milan. With a full strength starting 11, we go into the game here. Quick simming it at home, first leg, at hell, it's a 1-1 draw. Everything still to play for in the second leg. Thuram gave us the lead in the 7th minute, early doors, before Marquinhos brought Milan back level terms. Still all to play for in the second leg at San Siro. We have arrived in Milan here for the second leg with the question, can we make it to a maiden Champions League final for Galatasaray? Was a draw in the first leg. Now the question, do we make it through? Quick simming the game once again. And we win on penalties! Oh my god, what a game! Thuram once again gave us the lead in the 28th minute. He comes in clutch more and more. Madison equalized for Milan in the 53rd. And then it went all the way to penalties. A lot of players missed in that shootout. Moukoko and Zaniolo for us. Šeško, Leao and Di Lorenzo for them. Which means that Galatasaray, the Turkish giants, are into the Champions League final for the very first time. And of course, in the final, we had to face the other part of Milan, in Inter. Stade Rennes win the Europa League 4-1 on penalties over Juventus, quite surprisingly. And Brentford, of all teams, beat Athletic Club Bilbao to win the Europa Conference League. Brentford. That is a surprise as well. However, in the Super League, it is standard procedure, 90 points. First place, ahead of Beşiktaş in second. 6 points and 16 ahead of third place Fenerbahce. Good season for Beşiktaş, but we were just that little bit better, 6 points. In the Turkish Cup, however, we have been beaten for the first time in this rebuild in the 4th season in round of 16 against Başakşehir on penalties. And in the final it is the derby between Fenerbahce and Beşiktaş going 1-0 to Fener. At the end of his first season in Turkey, Youssoufa Moukoko, 22 years of age, has scored 30 goals. He's just a cheat code at this point. 17 goals for Zaniolo, 8 assists as well. 14 goals for Aktürkoğlu, very well done. 11 goals, 9 assists for Doku, 10 assists for Schlager and 15 assists for Thuram. Even 9 goals for backup striker Morel up to an 83. Ahead of this final, we have a little look over the squad. And what I can tell you is that this squad is really pleasing me very much. I like the front three of this team. Doku, Moukoko, Zaniolo, 87, 86, 85. 290 rated midfielders. Gueye and centre back, the weakest link of this team. But still at an 84, very good team. Lukeba and Danajvik, the 2 highest rated defenders. And Finally, Ter Stegen, a very good upgrade. He has still kept his rating at an 89. What is a bit ridiculous at this point is that we are playing at San Siro once again. So back-to-back games in the Champions League at San Siro. This time against Inter. I mean, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Moukoko into Zaniolo. Zaniolo searching for men in the box or outside the box. It's Schlager. Back to Moukoko. A little bit of chaos here. Early doors. Zaniolo against the Italians. First chance. 8 minutes. To Silva. Bernardo Silva is now an Inter player. Van Eyvig against Silva. Van Eyvig does really well. And now Doku can use his pace against Dumfries. Both very fast players. And Dumfries catches up to Doku. Can still keep the ball. Doku plays it very nicely into Estupinian. Cross. But cleared away. Still Torreira on the ball. We start on the front foot here. It is Zaniolo. Good ball to Ram. How does he score there? What a chance. We would have deserved an early lead here. Bernardo Silva, very technical player, the Portuguese here. Bernardo loses the ball against Estupinian. We are very, very attentive. Aslani into Silva. Muani. Good block again here by Van Eyvig. It's Thuram. Can we now bring it up the field? Moukoko. Torreira. Thuram. Can we stretch the game here? It's a long ball into Doku. Can the Belgian wizard create something here? He might be Eden Hazard's heir. Now good ball into Moukoko! It is 1-0 to Galatasaray. Moukoko with a classical celebration. 1-0 Gala. No, look at this play. Doku, the Belgian wizard, driving with a good ball, close control, good ball. And then a nice cold finish by Youssoufa Moukoko, the wonder kid on FC24. Inter trying to react immediately. It's Colomuani now. Going against whoever this is. But now Lautaro. Back to Silva. Oh, it's an equalizer. And once again, the kickoff glitch goal happens to me. That happened so many times. Okay, I didn't defend well. But still, I mean, I lunged in so many times here. Tuck, and the players just don't respond. Now Moukoko, maybe us again with a kickoff glitch goal. I don't care at this point. Doku, good ball. At least we play silky smooth. It's Torreira, Thuram, Zaniolo once again, the Italian. Zaniolo, cross inside. That could have been an own goal, but it's a corner kick. Moukoko now. We've been better in the first half, lads. I'm not gonna lie. We have been a bit sluggish in the second. Now, here goes Sava Schlager. The Austrian. Schlager. Into Torreira. Torreira, the captain. Gives it into Zaniolo, who has been a menace all game long now. Zaniolo. Zaniolo turns into the box. It's Torreira, the captain! With an incredible goal. I don't even know how Lucas Torreira did this. But he has scored. Zaniolo with a good trickery here. Disturbs the defenders. And then just a powerful and precise shot, especially. With the outside of the boot it was. What a shot that was. Absolutely brilliant. Unstoppable for Nick Pope in goal. Now for the hopefully last few minutes, we bring on Morel, Aktürkoglu and Bulut, a completely rejuvenated front three for the hopefully last 5 minutes. Once again, the goal scorer Torreira into Gehi. We play some nice football, very, very determined on possession. It's Aktürkoğlu who just came in. Can he bring in the ball? Yes, great ball, goal! It is 3-1 to Galatasaray. Combination between the two men who just came on. Aktürkoğlu into Morel, and it's 3-1. For the last few minutes, we bring on two new players. I've brought on Nelson, the centre-back, as well as Demirbay in midfield. Another chance maybe to completely crush Inter Milan, but not like that. Should be over though now. Come on, ref, blow that whistle. He does. The fans are celebrating, so am I. It was a hard rebuild, I'm not gonna lie, lads. You wanted that. Some of you in the comments will be absolutely delighted now. It's a 3-1 win for Galatasaray in the final against Inter to clinch the first ever UEFA Champions League trophy for any Turkish side in history. Brilliant work. But lads, if you enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing to the channel, putting a like on the video, and tell me in the comments what else you'd like to see next. I'm gonna leave you alone with the celebrations as Lucas Torreira, the captain of Galatasaray, an OG player of this team of course in real life, lifts the Champions League trophy, the first ever for Turkish football. I'm out, it's been Rebuild Sombrero, have a wonderful rest to your day.